All right, we've got head coach Alaura Sharp after today's win. Coach, if you want to start with an opening statement, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Obviously, really excited to get our first win under our belt. It feels like Saturday and it's only Wednesday. It's been such a roller coaster of a week. And I thought Monday, obviously, we faced a really strong competitive team in Miami of Ohio. And the thing about the first scout with a team that is in their second year as a head coach, they played a little bit unpredictable, and they're a good basketball team. And so I feel like we just had a hard time dealing with their press and getting into offense, and just something that we hadn't really seen. And so that was really the challenge going into today, was we got to pick right back up and see another press. And I thought we did a better job of having rhythm and flow going from press offense into our half-court offense. We did a better job of sharing the ball, moving the ball. I think what I'm most proud of is 23 assists. We were strangers a few months ago, and just like that, they're playing together. They're bought into that system and style of play, and it's not for everybody. It's for really selfless kids that are willing to turn down certain shots and hunt the next one. One of our game goals was we wanted 3 good to greats per quarter, and without watching the film, I think that we probably did that. Defensively, there's things we've got to clean up. I mean, way too many open shots, and I've got a lot of respect for Columbia. I think he does a good job, and they play really hard and the whole game, and they were 4-0 coming into it, and so a lot of respect to that program. But I feel like we finally loosened up and played. The only way I can describe it is at times we just looked a little I don't know how else to say it. And I thought we finally, at halftime, I kind of told them to just kind of have fun and enjoy it. We only get so many home games. This team's going to be totally different next year because we have 9 seniors. And I thought they smoothed out, played with more confidence in the second half. And I was happy to see that because I thought we looked a little tight on Monday too.
Bob Dillner, Appalachian Weekly News, App TV. Coach, I just want to know from you personally, coming in here tonight, first game for you as a coach, first game for this new team, how important was it to get the win?
So important. To get your first win, period, to do it at home is something really, really special. And I'm not going to lie, when I walked in and I saw the courtside seats, it's the first time I've seen it set up for basketball, a home basketball game. And this place is really special. I'm so thankful. There was a big chunk of women's basketball alumni that was sitting behind our bench, and those people mean everything to us. And Linda Robinson and Carol Ahmed have really spearheaded. I saw Fran Wilkerson up there. I just saw a bunch of people that have really rallied behind our kids, and I'm thankful for that. And, people have really stepped up to support our program, and because we need it. We need to make changes. We need to build things and grow things, and support matters. And I'm so thankful to the student section. I know Coach Kearns came into my office when I was drawing up plays and kind of getting ready. He walked in and he said, I've never seen students in the stands in their overalls an hour and a half before the tip. And so I just want to say thank you to the students who are starting to rally behind our program. Stay behind us. It's a long season. We've still got a long way to go. We're just focused on getting better and going 1-0 in every drill, every rep that we get each day.
So you look at this sheet that's in front of you right now, some impressive stats there, but I think one of the most impressive is that every single player scored. They got points. What does that say about this team?
Yeah, I think that's fun and exciting. Kind of like Monty said, it's not about them as individuals. It's about stepping up and bringing what they need to within their role to help our team get better. And, running good offense, moving the ball, changing sides of the floor was such a big key to our game today. Is we thought we might get open looks, and I thought we really unselfishly turned those down and changed sides of the floor. I'm happy and proud that everybody scored, but I think our team is really focused on our development as a team. We've got, 26 more opportunities to be playing our best basketball going into the tournament, and that's what we're looking to do.
So you mentioned those assists, and on the ESPN Plus broadcast, we talked about your goal. You told us was 17. You got, 23? Is that the style of play that you want to see out of this team the entire year?
There's no doubt about it. It's why we didn't play very well on Monday. We had 11 assists on 17 made field goals. We should move the ball more and share the ball more, because when we And it was our first time hitting adversity as a team. I mean, outside of the hurricane, it was the first time that someone really kind of bloodied our nose and we had to fight and get back up. And that's something I learned about our team. We got down 22 and fought back and crawled back within 12, and we've got to learn how to get over the hump now. But it showed me something that we didn't go into halftime down 30. We had the opportunity to kind of hit that quit button, and we didn't. And so I think that was the first thing I wrote on the board coming out of that game was I went in there and I wrote 11 assists on 17 made field goals, and then I wrote our free throw percentage and our field goal percentage. All of that goes back to our style of play. We recruited players that were smart. We recruited players that were selfless. We have a lot of weapons and different scores. We have a lot of kids that can shoot it. So I'm always telling them we should use each other. We got a lot in this room. We should lean on each other and use each other and adapt from playing one-on-one to really sharing the ball. It's critical to our success. The last thing I told him after the game Monday that Monty kind of alluded to was, there's two ways that this team is successful, and it's discipline and toughness. And, I think that's where I go back to. We gave up 43 points, a lot of open shots. We were flying around, leaving our feet. That's not really us. We've got to be a little bit more us on the defensive end, keep in front, and be super disciplined.
Finally, my last question for you. We can talk about these offensive stats, but I thought you guys were fantastic on defense. What's your thoughts? Because you got to play both sides of the ball. What's your thoughts there?
It was really good to work on our zone a lot. We struggled in it on Monday. Our man-to-man defense is something that we've worked on a little more. We have a little more experience in our man-to-man, so it was really good to roll out our zone. That's really going to be something that we're going to need a lot in the Sun Belt. We got to do a better job rebounding out of it. I mean, 12 offensive rebounds. Obviously, there was several missed shots, but that's too many offensive rebounds. We need to do a better job of, it's harder sometimes in zone, right? You've got to go find somebody instead of just going to your man. And so that's an area we've got to develop, and just improving our bumping. The way that they played offensively against our zone was smart and good, and they really spread us out and kind of ran some 5 out. So it's great experience for us to learn and work on our bumps. I thought when we started playing with a little juice defensively and really picked it up, I was proud of that response out of a timeout.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, we've got Ingram, Neira, and Zada Porter after today's game. We will open it up for questions.
Bob Dillner, Appalachian Weekly News, App TV. Mara, I want to ask you, just playing here at Holmes for the first time, had a decent crowd here today, but the way you played was very impressive from a broadcaster standpoint. What was the vibe like going in and throughout this game?
Obviously, we lost on Monday, so I feel like all of us had a lot of energy and we wanted to get the win, and we started pretty good the game, and I think we did a really good job of staying on it through the whole game. And I don't know, I just wanted to have a win at Holmes, and yeah.
I want to know from you a little bit more just what Coach Alaura and you guys have done chemistry-wise, volunteering through the hurricane efforts, the pickleball tournament, all that sort of stuff. How much has that meant to get in the chemistry going into this first game at home?
So I think we have really good players, but the style of play is very different from the way it used to. So you need a lot of chemistry to play the way Coach Sharp plays. And since minute one, I think we all clicked really well with each other, volunteering for the hurricane, doing extra activities outside basketball. That helped us a lot. And I think that showed today on the court that we have chemistry with each other. Even if we make mistakes, we are right there to give high fives with each other and stuff like that.
Zada, go to you. I mean, all three of you guys had unbelievable performances, double digits in points and so forth. But Jamani, great rebound for you. Zada, just great play on both sides of the ball. How much were you feeling it out there today? Was today something that you can build upon?
I think absolutely. I think a lot of what I can do this year comes from the confidence that my teammates and my coaches have in me, and then the confidence that I built in myself. So I think that this game was just a start. I think it was just a start for every single one of us, and I think that every game we're only going to get better. Every practice, every day, we're going to get 1% better, and I think every game we're going to be a new team every time. And so, we still need the support from our outside community to continue to show up and support us and watch as our team grows.
Zada, I want to know from you and Jimani just the chemistry. We were talking about that a little bit, all the things that you guys have done. But coming into this one, to rebound after Monday night and get this one win with the new players and some players that were here last year, how is this chemistry starting to build for you just 2 games into the season?
I think all of our chemistry came from before the season. Before the season even started, we were hanging out with each other, building those relationships. 9 new players on a team, on a roster, brand new coaching staff. Like, that's hard for teams. And so we realized that that could be our first challenge, and we wanted to take that challenge head on. And it all started, with Coach Sharp coming in and not letting anybody be by themselves. And so we were building relationships, while our international kids were still at home and things like that. And I think every day, every practice, like, we just get closer. And after that loss, we all looked at each other and we were like, it's game 1. We still have room to grow. We're still going to grow, but we stuck together. And, Rylan Moffitt said in the locker room, no matter what, we're going to stick together. And that's what we did.
Jimani, same question for you.
Yeah, just kind of piggybacking off of Zada, like, the things we do off the court obviously transfers over to on the court. The biggest thing is staying together and for each other mentality. So making sure that we keep one another up and just meeting one another where we are. So that's our biggest thing. And just instilling the confidence. Like, we have to have mental toughness, and that's a big thing of Coach Sharp. So just instilling that confidence in one another and ourselves, obviously.
I love to look at your chemistry and so forth, and I saw Coach with, the assistant coaches prior to out in the hallway talking. But before the game, when she walked in with the assistant coaches into that locker room, I heard a round of applause, you guys just getting pumped up. Describe this feel going into today's game, Jimani.
Yeah, the energy definitely comes from her. It starts with her and it trickles down to us. So she keeps it up, and then we just follow her lead. She's the head and we're the tail. So at the end of the day, she brings it in, and we just give it out to everybody else. So.
And how about you? A big difference from Monday night. You get that playing time. You get those points. Everything seemed to be going your way. It looked like you were feeling the groove tonight. I mean, just, what are your thoughts on the difference from Monday over here to today?
Yeah, obviously, as a team, we just weren't ourselves. So we just kind of had to regroup and get back to ourselves and play for one another, like I said. When it come back to me, just for my teammates, it's not really about me. Just kind of giving them all the credit. They give me the confidence. So I just can try to pull through for them.
Anything else? Okay. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Any further questions? Great. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.